After computation of early time, late time, and total float, now it's important to present these results in a format that is clear and understandable to all parties involved in the project. So the simplest form of presenting this information is using the bar chart, or known as the Gantt chart. So the chart is the activity versus time, and we are going to plot these informations, the early time and late time and the respective total floats, using the Gantt chart or the bar chart. And we are going to start presenting information for the early time of the project with their respective total float. So we are going to have this early start schedule, okay, for activity A up to G versus time, okay. Now let's consider this part of the main graph, and we just considered the early time because we are going to start with the early start schedule or time schedule for activities involved in our projects. So we have this early time as earliest start time, earliest finish time, and we have the respective total float. So we are going now to plot these informations in this Gantt chart. So we are going to start with the activity A. So activity A start, or its early start is 0, and it ends after 2 days. That means we are going to have this bar. And also this activity A have a total float of 7 days. That means this activity can be delayed for some days. So a total float of 7 days, we add, or you extend from the early finish time, we add the total float, and we have the completion time. If there will be any kind of delay of this project, it must be finished during the 9th day. So the second activity, which is activity B, it start from 0 and it finished after 4 days. And this activity, you can see in this table here, have no floats. That means activity B is a critical activity, have no floats. Then we go for activity C. Activity C is a non-critical activity with 0 early start, and it ends or finish after 2 days. So we have this plot, and we have the float time or the delay time, which is 9 days. We add there. So this activity, whatever there will be a delay of this activity, it should be completed within 12 days, okay. And for the next activity, which is activity D, we can see that this activity start at early time, which is the 2nd day, okay, or after 2 days, and it ends on the 3rd day with the total float or delay time of 7 days. So we have 2, or it start after the first 2 days and end on the 3rd day, and we have a float of 7 days. So we add that. That means this project, if there will be a delay between this scheduled time, then it must be ended at the 10th day. And after that, we have activity E, start on the 4th day, and have no float. This is a critical activity, so we don't have any extension of the time. And the activity F start on the 3rd day and ends on the 8th day with the float of 9 days. And lastly, we have the activity G, which start on the 10th day and ends on the 17th day, which is the final completion day of our projects with 0 float. So these are the scales for the colors of this bar chart. So the deep blue represent the critical activity, the blue one represent the non-critical, and the light blue represent the total float. So this is the schedule for the early start time. For the late start time, we have this schedule here with consideration of this table with the late time with the total float. You can see now, so we can see that the activity A start from the 7th day to 9th day, 0 to 4th day. For activity B, you go up to activity G, which is 10th to 7th day. Remember, the late start time is computed using backward method. So filling the or plotting the late start schedule, okay, or the late schedule bar chart, basically we start in the same way as we computed these informations. So we'll start from bottom. That is for activity G here. Its late finish time is 17 and its late start time is 10. So its late finish time is seemed to be 17 and its late start time is at 10th day. So it should start on the 10th day to 17th day, and this activity is critical, so doesn't have a float. So for activity F, its late finish time is 17 and its late start time is 12, and this activity is non-critical, have a delay of 9 days, and that means you can delay from the 30th day up to the 11th day, but on the 13th day you have to begin these projects, and not more than on the 17th day. For activity E, this is critical activities. Its late finish is on 10th day and its late start on 4th day, so it doesn't have a slack. And for activity D, we are going to have the late finish for these activities as 10th and the late start on 9th, and have a delay or float of 7 days. And that means you can delay from the second day up to the 9th or 8th day. On the 9th day you begin the project, but do not exceed on the 10th day. So the other activity is the activity C. Okay, activity C have a late finish of on the 12th day, and on the 9th day is the late start of the activity C. That means we are going to start on the late start on 9th and the late finish on 12th. Okay, so the late finish is on 12th and the late start is on 9th, and this activity has a delay of 9 days. So you can see you can delay from the initial stage of the projects up to the 9th day, and at the 9th day you can begin this project, but not more than on the 12th day. Okay, and the activity B have a late finish on the 4th day and the late start on the 0 day. So you can find, and this one is a critical activity, so this have no float. So activity A, which is the last one, have late finish on 9th day and late start on the 7th day. So we have that, and have a float of 7 days. So you can see that, and this make the last part of the question, which is time chart scheduling. So this is how you can plot the time chart for the critical activities and the non-critical activities using the Gantt chart or the bar chart. So thank you for watching. In the next video, we are going to see how we can compute the early and the late time together with the floats using another method for the activity or node, the other method called the precedence diagram method. So keep in touch, stay with me, see you in the next video. Goodbye.